Now student, we have completed step by step. First, perpendicular bisector theorem, then angle bisector theorem. Then we have completed the properties in terms of a triangle. If sides are greater in terms of a triangle, then its opposite angle is greater. Vice versa, if side is smaller, then its opposite angle is smaller. And the main theorem, sum of the two sides of a triangle is always greater than that of the third side. Sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than that of the third side. Now, perpendicular bisector theorem, angle bisector theorem and all correlated properties we are using in practice set 3.4 numerical during solution. So please pay attention one by one. And the part is, first of all, we are going to start practice set 3.4 and the question number 1 is, question number 1 and the part is, point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ. Here, point A is on bisector of angle XYZ. If AX is equal to 2 centimeter, then find AZ. Now, we are trying to understand the same question from diagram point of view, and the part is, point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ, means point A is on angle bisector. In short, they have given YA is an angle bisector. Naturally, they have given this angle and this angle. Means logically you can say angle XYA is congruent to ZYA, or you can say YA is angle bisector of angle XYZ. If AX is equal to 2 centimeter, AX, they have given AX as a 2 centimeter. Then find the value of AZ. We have to find AZ. Means logically we have to find this value AZ. What is the length of this side over here? Now please pay attention. We have completed one property of angle bisector. And the property or theorem is that every point on angle bisector is equidistant from the sides of angles. Means if AX is perpendicular and AZ is also perpendicular, then AX must be equal to AZ. So writing that part in terms of answer, please pay attention on that part. So the part in terms of answer and the part is answer. As per given part, point A is on the bisector, of angle XYZ. They have given, so we have written this statement. Next, therefore, point A lies on angle bisector of angle XYZ. Naturally, it is equidistant from its angle sides. Therefore, point A is equidistant from sides of angle Therefore, we can say that AX is congruent to AZ. AX is congruent to AZ. I'm going to give this entire part as part 1 and reason. Point on angle bisector. Reason. Point on angle bisector. Now the part is in number 2. As AX is congruent to AZ, as AX is equal to AZ, but they have given AX, but AX is equal to 2 centimeter, it is given, so I am going to write in reason as given. If AX is equal to 2 centimeter, automatically AZ is also become 2 centimeter. Therefore, AZ is equal to 2 centimeter and that is your answer. Now student, please pay attention. As it's a final answer, we are going to make a box to it. But the main problem in such a question is that how to write that answer in proper manner. That is a big challenge for the question. You should able to elaborate the property. You should able to write it in proper manner, and then you are supposed to write the final conclusion answer. Don't put the answer in 1 or 2 lines. You will not get the full marks. And as it is a final answer, I'm going to make just simple box to it. So please pay attention. And in this way, you can systematically write the answer and complete your part. Now, after completing the first question, we are moving to the second question, and the part is question number 2, and the part is, in figure, angle RST is 56 degree. Angle RST is 56 degree. Segment PT perpendicular to ray ST. Segment PR perpendicular to ray SR, and segment PR congruent to segment PT. Find the measure of angle RSP. State the reason of that part. Now coming to the part over here, I'm going to explain same question from diagram point of view. And the part is, they have given angle RST means this total angle is 56 degree. I repeat, they have given this total angle, and this total angle is given by them as 56 degree. Segment PT is perpendicular to ray ST. PT perpendicular to ray ST. Next, PR perpendicular to ray SR. At the same time, PR is congruent to PT. They are also given PR is congruent to PT. Means this side is congruent to this side. Or you can say that PR is congruent to PT. Then find the value of angle RSP. Means your target is to find the value of angle RSP. Means we are interested to find this value of angle. No doubt we know total is 56. We have to calculate this portion. Now here the main part is that one by one how to write the answer. Try to understand first. First of all, from a diagram only I am going to explain all the part. They have given PT perpendicular to ray ST. Next, PR perpendicular to ray SR, and the part is naturally point P is equidistant from ray ST and ray SR. Means point P is equidistant. Naturally, it is lies on an angle bisector, or you can say that ray SP is our angle bisector. If it is the angle bisector, naturally this angle is divided in 2 equal parts. Means RSP is half of total angle TSR, means half of 56. And now we have to write that answer over here. So please pay attention. So your part in terms of answer, and the part is as per given. First part, they have given segment PT perpendicular to ray ST and ray PR or segment PR is perpendicular to ray SR. This both part they have given, so I am going to write combine it as a given. Next, they are also given one part, and that part is segment PR congruent to segment PT. Segment PR is congruent to segment PT. Again it is a part also given, so I am going to write it as a given. Therefore point P lies on angle bisector of angle RST. You can also write it TSR. Now next part, second, in angle RST, ray SP is an angle bisector. Therefore, angle RSP, value of angle RSP is equal to half of major angle RST. Major angle RSP is half of major angle RST, but now they have given major angle RST, and that is half into value of major angle RST, that is given as a 56 degree. If I am going to divide it by 2, 2 2s are 4, carry 1 and 2 8s are 16, means 28 degree. So our value of angle RSP is equal to 28 degrees, and it is your main answer. So I am going to write it as a answer, and as it's a final answer, I am going to make simple box to it. And in this way, we can complete the respective answer. Remember that you cannot write directly the answer. Please make a part of first group, second book, explain the properties of angle bisector, and after explaining the properties of angle bisector, we can make the calculation part. Some students are doing only this calculation, they will not get full marks. You have to first give the declaration, and 90% time, whatever be part of a given, you have to rearrange the answer part in terms of systematical manner and go for your conclusion. Now student, after completing the second question, we are moving to the third question, and the part is, again it is somehow logically, and understanding part is the most important. So the question is, question number 3, and the part is, in triangle PQR, PQ is 10 centimeter, QR is 12 centimeter, and PR is equal to 8 centimeter. Find out greatest and the smallest angle of triangle. Now one by one, over here, we have to find greatest angle as well as smallest angle. First of all, whatever may be part, they are given in terms of a data. I am going to write it over here. Now remember, I have already drawn a triangle PQR. Please pay attention, some specialities. As per their data, PQ is 10 centimeter. P to Q, this distance is 10 centimeter. QR is 12 centimeter. QR is 12 centimeter. And PR is 8 centimeter. PR is 8 centimeter. So one by one, try to understand. In triangle PQR, PQ, this is 10 centimeter, means in medium length. QR is 12 centimeter, means it is the largest. And third PR, that is a 8 centimeter, means compared to all three, 12 is the greatest or largest, 8 is the smallest, and 10 centimeter is the middle one. This is the part, and we have to indicate in terms of symbolic presentation, either greater than or less than. But how? Pay attention. Let me clear the writing part of our answer. First of all, we are going to write in triangle PQR. PQ is equal to 10 centimeter, QR is equal to 12 centimeter, and PR is equal to 8 centimeter. Next, we know that 12 is a greater one or greatest than 10 centimeter, and 8 centimeter is a lesser. So we are going to write greater than type of sequence over there. Naturally, as per condition, QR is the greatest one, then QP, and the smallest one is PR. And in this way, we are going to write, means side QR is greater than side QP or PQ, and side PQ is greater than side PR. And in that case, greater than type of a sequence we are going to create. And after that, we are going to write the property in terms of angle. So please pay attention. Now here the part is, if this 12 is greatest, then its opposite angle must be greater 1. So the part is, this 12 angle must be greater 1. If this PQ is 10, then this angle must be middle one. And if this is a 8 centimeter, then its opposite angle will be smallest one. And in this way, we are going to write second part. So please pay attention, one by one part. So answer. And the part is, in triangle PQR, student, remember, they have not given a diagram, we have drawn a diagram. So drawing a diagram is also important step over here. Here PQ equal to 10 centimeter, PQ is equal to 10 centimeter. QR is 12 centimeter. QR is 12 centimeter. And PR is 8 centimeter. PR is equal to 8 centimeter. This all part given by them. So I am going to write it as given. Now observation from this step, 12 centimeter is a greater. So I am writing that part. 12 centimeter is greater one than the 10 centimeter. And this 10 centimeter is greater than 8 centimeter. So greater than 8 centimeter. We have just symbolically presented that 12 centimeter is greater than 10 centimeter and 10 centimeter is greater than 8 centimeter. Naturally 12 centimeter is already greater than 8 centimeter. That sequence will be true. Therefore 12 centimeter means QR. So you can say side QR is greater than 10 centimeter means side PQ. So PQ is greater than last one, that is PR. And in this way we are able to judge that QR is the greatest one, PQ is the middlemost in length and PR is the smallest in length. If side is greater, then its opposite angle is greater. If side is a medium, then angle is a medium. And if side is a smaller, then its opposite angle is a smaller. And in this way we are going to write the part. So please pay attention. Now second part. As QR, I am going to give it as equation number 1. As QR is greater than side PQ is greater than side PR from 1. Then QR having an opposite angle, that is angle P. So I am going to write angle P is greater than PQ having an opposite angle as angle R, and PR having an opposite angle as a Q, or you can also write its total full name. Means angle P means our angle QPR, angle QPR is greater than angle R means angle PRQ, and angle Q means angle PQR. And in this way angle QPR is greater than angle PRQ greater than angle PQR. Also in the reason we can write by which way? By this way, angle QPR is greatest angle. Therefore angle QPR is greatest angle, or you can say angle PQR is smallest angle. And in this way we can complete the entire answer. Student, again it is somehow different in terms of writing skill, as in 8th or 9th we are rarely solving such a numerical, but understanding is most important, and please try to understand the writing sequence. Also in this step you can have a reason. Angle is greater if side is greater, so you can also add that part. And the part is, if angle is greater then its opposite side is greater, or if side is greater then its opposite angle is greater. So I am writing as side is greater then its opposite angle is greater. And in this way you can complete entire part with the writing style and proper giving the reasons. Now please pay attention, we are moving to question number 4, and the part is, in triangle FAN, angle F is 80 degree, angle A is 40 degree. Find out the greatest and the smallest side of the triangle. State the reason. Once again, in triangle FAN, angle F is 80 degree and angle A is 40 degree. Find out the greatest and the smallest side of a triangle. State the reason. Here I have drawn this diagram somehow reverse order. The reason behind is that you can understand all the views whenever diagram given in any type. Let us say this is a triangle FAN. FAN. So this is a given triangle FAN. Among them, angle F is 80 degree. So they have given angle F is 80 degree and angle A is 40 degree. So angle A is 40 degree. Then find the greatest and the smallest side of a triangle. Give the reason. Here we know F is 80 degree, we know A is 40 degree, but presently we don't know the value of this angle. So our main part is that we don't know whether it is the smaller, greatest or middlemost. We don't know the part. So first of all we have to find the third remaining angle, and after getting that remaining angle, that is angle N, we can declare the answer. So please pay attention one by one. Here the first part in terms of answer is sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So the statement is sum of the angles of triangle is 180 degree. We know this statement. We have proved in chapter number 2. Using this application, we are going to start the part. Therefore, from diagram point of view, angle F plus angle A plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. Because these angles are not connected with each other, so they are totally separated. So I have written angle F, angle A and N directly. As per their condition, angle F is 80 degree, so 80 degree, plus angle A is 40 degree, so 40 degree, plus angle N we don't know or we have to find, and is equal to 180 degree. Now it is nothing but a mathematical type of simplification and we have to do step by step. So the part is 80 plus 40 means this addition become 120 degree plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. Now the part is, therefore angle N is equal to 180 and shifting 120 to that side as minus 120. So the part is angle N is equal to 180 minus 120, that becomes 60 degree. And this is our first answer. So I am going to make simply box to this. And giving as an answer equation 1 as well as answer. Now we are able to find the value of angle N. Now I am going to indicate the same part in diagram. So here value of angle N becomes 60 degree. Now our task is to find out which is the greatest side and which is the smallest side. We don't know about side, but we know property about angles. As per three angles 80, 40 and newly find 60. This angle 80 is the greatest one, this 60 is middle one and this 40 is the smallest one. What about triangle FAN or FNA? Naturally if angle is greater, its opposite side is greater, and this 40 is the smallest angle, so its opposite side is the smallest one. Now declaring that part in terms of second, please pay attention. So the part is in number 2 and the part is in triangle FAN, in triangle FAN, here 80 degree is greater than 60 degree, greater than 40 degree. Now what is exactly meant by 80 degree? Opposite to 80 degree, that is angle F, or 80 degree means angle F is greater than 60 degree means angle N is greater than 40 degree means angle A. Now these are nothing but the respective angle. Now I am writing opposite sides of that. So angle F opposite is AN, so we can have AN is greater than angle N, its opposite side is FA, so FA is greater than angle A, angle A its opposite side is FN. Now definitely your AN is the greatest side and FN is the smallest side. Now reasoning the part, if angle is greater then its opposite side is greater. So property of angle of triangle and its opposite side Therefore, AN is the greatest side. Therefore, AN is greatest side and FN is smallest side of triangle. And in this way, in a proper systematically writing, you can complete the answer part. हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस देख रहे हो और आपको ये वीडियोस पसंद आते हो तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। साथ में अपने फ्रेंड्स और ग्रुप इसमें भी आप ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए ताकि नॉलेज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक पहुँचे। अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा। मैं आपका एसवी सर आगे आने वाले वीडियोज़ को बनाता रहूँगा और आप तक पहुँचाता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।